At the wedding of my fiancé, the richest man Ezra Mills, Hannah Stevens, kissed a beggar in public. Then, while all the guests were still in shock, I grabbed Ezra's sister and bridesmaid, Camilla Smith, and slapped her hard 38 times. Everyone thought I was crazy and wanted to lock me in a mental hospital. I was excitedly popping champagne and celebrating all night inside. In my previous life, after the wedding, Camilla, a pediatric nurse, set the children's hospital on fire, causing many kids to die on the spot. The police and numerous families surrounded my house, angrily accusing me of being the arsonist. I was completely bewildered, and Ezra even presented surveillance footage to testify against me. He said, "You always complained that taking care of sick kids was worse than taking care of a doll, but I never thought you could be this cruel." Hearing this, the families lost control and poured gasoline on me, burning me alive on the spot. Oh my god, the bride went crazy at the billionaire's wedding. This bride is really unlucky. She was about to marry into a wealthy family, but went crazy at the last moment. In the hall, guests in suits crowded together. Some quickly pulled out hidden cameras, frantically taking pictures of the stage. Others crouched in the corner with their heads in their hands, silently praying. At the moment Ezra and I were exchanging vows, I not only slapped him loudly in public, but also grabbed a beggar nearby and kissed him. The entire venue fell silent instantly. I took the chance to grab Camilla's hair, dragged her to the ground, and slapped her 38 times. Looking at her swollen face, I burst into laughter. Camilla's screams brought everyone back to their senses, and they all looked at me in disbelief. She must be crazy, right? Camilla is her best friend. I heard she even introduced her to Ezra. Ezra quickly pulled Camilla into his arms to protect her. His gaze at me was filled with shock and disbelief. He said, "Hannah, what's wrong with you? How could you do this to Camilla? Didn't you say she was your best friend? And the entire wedding venue today was carefully planned by us together. What are you dissatisfied with to act like this?" I tore off the veil and threw it at them, then knocked over the champagne tower I had carefully stacked. Instantly, the banquet hall was filled with screams one after another. Ezra held Camilla tighter and glared at me. "Hannah, you've really lost it. Believe it or not, they'll send you to a mental hospital right now." I heard it and was more than happy to let them send me to a mental hospital. In my previous life, not long after the wedding, Camilla set the pediatric hospital on fire. At that time, it was flu season, and the wards were packed with children. Because the fire was discovered in time, all the hospitalized children were burned to death on the spot. The next day, the police came straight to my door and took me away. They released surveillance footage showing me setting the hospital on fire. But on the night of the incident, I was clearly soaking in a hot spring with Ezra. I asked him to prove my innocence, but he looked grim, his brows furrowed. "She complains to me every day after work about how troublesome the children are, even dreaming of burning those kids to death. I never thought she'd actually do it. These are the clothes she changed out of yesterday." The nanny found several large burn holes on the edges. I stared at him in disbelief, unable to believe he would say such things. The incident kept escalating, and my wrongdoing sparked outrage across the internet. On the day of the trial, several parents who had lost their children stormed into the courtroom, doused me with gasoline, and burned me alive. "Wretch, you burned my child to death and destroyed my whole family. I'll make you pay with your life." When I opened my eyes again, I felt that the mental hospital was actually pretty nice.